Not me, it's Pegasus doing this to you. But I need a video with a woman in the background or something, man. Dada, I want to put a timeline on it like you got 48 hours.
Ooh, now you listen, don't make this bout race cause
Welcome to Pegasus vs. the World, where I take on challenges, trending topics, comedy, and some travel.
City boy!
What's up, y'all? What's good, man? Y'all with your boy? Welcome to the War Room. Welcome to the War Room. Now, today I'm not going to break down this last diss track and response, but I wanted to talk about this overall battle between me and King Dada. Some of the strategies, how some things played out, and I would love to hear in the comments and try to be as unbiased as possible. Go listen to each track in their order and honestly say who you thought won this battle. I don't know if the battle is going to go any further. Look, I just show up, man. That's what I do. I'm not a slouch and I'm not a pushover. And I think I proved that. And, we'll just see where things go from here. But in the War Room, I thought this would be fun. I released a response to his diss track, How to Kill a Horsefly. I released my response in 23 hours exactly. So I thought that was pretty good. Hey, man, y'all can't front on your boy. He when it's go time, he go. So I wanted to talk about the way this whole battle played out, see what you guys think, and just kind of go over it. Now, in the battle, I was kind of baited into this battle in a sense through commentary, right? Which gave Dada the advantage. We're talking strategy here in the War Room, okay? So we're going to talk about both of our mistakes, both of our strengths, a bunch of different things. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible, okay? So first, I'm baited into this battle through, he's leaving comments, he's putting up videos, and I think he's just like, oh, I don't know what made him choose me. Maybe it's authentically because of the way the whole reaction thing went down with him and Knox, which that will tie into a part of this conversation. Maybe that's where he's just like, man, F this dude, da-da-da-da, he's the ops, right? I don't know. But that, and then Michelle show was the boom, nail in the coffin. Where I was like, okay, I'm going to respond to both of them. This makes sense, responding to two people who are getting at me, blah, blah, blah. So I respond to commentary, right? Michelle show doing commentary. He's not really a rapper, so, it's all fun and games, when we're doing that. But Dada is a rapper. And I know that when I say certain things on a track, it will probably domino effect into what you guys got to enjoy as what you want to call a battle. So I didn't draw first blood, but if we're talking about songs and who released the first diss track, I drew first blood, right? I put out Erectile Dysfunction, which was just a funny title, and I go at Michelle show half of the song and Dada half of the song. Now this is where it gets interesting. And we're going to talk about the two mistakes. I'm going to talk about mistakes me and him made. That when I look at this from a strategical point and from the outside looking in, his first mistake was his response to my diss. I think in hindsight, because the way it went, he realized he should have just focused on me and went hard on me out the gate, right? That was his big mistake. I don't know if he's willing to admit that, but that was a huge mistake. Him trying to take on me, Knox Hill, Cliff Beats, and Ricochet in a response that generated from me. That was his biggest mistake, which a lot of times that can happen in battles, in fights. You kind of overlook your opponent. And me being from where I come from and the things I do, I know never to overlook the opponent. So I'm going to tell you why this was a mistake of his and what it turned into. But I'm also going to tell you the mistake I made, right? And just be transparent. I originally came in this, and I said this in one of my breakdown videos. I think it was of erectile dysfunction, but it could have been in Fool's Mate. I said I was going to beat him on multiple levels, okay? Multiple levels, from psychological, subconscious to visual and quality. I made a big thing to say quality. Well, I overlooked my opponent in the sense that since his battle with Nox and Ren, his quality has gotten substantially better, right? It's like actually good sound quality. You can listen to it and this is the reason that the beef started. Now this is tying in full circle. You have to remember during the reactions for Nox and him, he wasn't at that level sound quality wise. And also with using other people's beats, the copyright thing, I know he thought that's an excuse, this, that, and the other. I've explained that in other ones. We're not going to get into that. Anyways, me overlooking that, he came into the battle already with one element that I didn't think he would have, was quality. He gave you a quality, a product, okay? So that was the mistake I made. So both of us overlooked these aspects. But his mistake was bigger because his mistake changed the trajectory of the battle. My mistake was just like, okay, cool, he has better quality than that, just keep going, right? But his mistake made him realize, because, people were saying, even his people were saying the first round was debatable, which for him is a loss, right? If it's debatable, it's a loss if you're the king. So it made him have to do a second round. Now, the reason this is a big mistake is because he had the advantage. And in a game of chess or whatever you want to call it, he just gave me the advantage. As a battle rapper, you have the advantage when you get to respond. The person who goes first, even in these battle leagues like URL and Grind Time, you have to be an exceptional battler to win going first. Because a really good battler or seasoned battler will rebuttal. And all those rebuttals hit really hard and typically harder than first blood. So that one little mistake he made changed certain trajectories on how this battle looks perception-wise because he overlooked me as an opponent at the beginning and tried to go after multiple people instead of just focusing on me. Now, because of that, people are talking. And he's like, yo, let me just put out a second diss, okay? So he puts out a second diss. He rushes it, puts out a second diss, which was a little better than the first one. But the problem with the second diss, and I'm not saying I won or he won. I'm saying he positioned it where now I get the advantage. Because he had to jump into his second diss so fast, now I have the advantage to respond and rebuttal everything he says. And that's a power play in the battle rap. Again, we're in the war room. I'm talking strategy. This might be boring to you. So now with this switch, okay, with this switch up that we have, oh man, I'm losing my train of thought because my dog is howling. It's so annoying. Anyways, okay. So because of this switch in the game, right, now I'm able to rebuttal him. And I don't know if he knows this, but I think he knows it because after he dropped his second diss, he started making community posts talking about I've solidified my crown. I don't need to respond to Black P. When I posted a comment that I'm responding to you tomorrow in 24 hours, which all most of my responses were within a 24 or 23 hour period, he started saying, have fun rapping by yourself because you're not on my level. That's what happened, right? So it's almost like he might have known the mistake or whatever. However, I put out Fool's Mate, which got everyone talking, which this is when you start getting into that entertainment side of battling because everyone's like, bro, I didn't think Pegasus could do that. I didn't think, his flow is better. His this, his that. So me doing that, the reaction, he had to respond because it was a really good diss record. It was a good angle. No one's really done it that way and got as in depth. Like some people are, it's a surface level chess game. It's really not when you get into the depth of the moves of a chess game and the way all of it connected, etc. But some people will say that, and that's fine. Everyone has an opinion. But in my opinion, it worked because he was bent on ending it after that second round. And he wrote a third. And also the reason I know it worked, because his third round was his best round. This is what people wanted. They wanted a little more aggression. They wanted a little more comedy. They wanted a little more depth in his entendres. That fool's mate bar he did, and what's the chess player, Magnuson or some shit, the way he flipped that, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I do, okay? So now he's getting in his bag where I'm like, okay, he rapped a little more rapid. I felt like with his rapid flow, he could tighten that up. But again, I can rap fast, you guys, but it's not my strength. So when I'm in a battle, I'm going to lean into my strengths, right? So I was like, ooh, do I want to just match and speed up the flow? And then I was like, you know what? Lean into your strengths. But the second round, Fool's Mate, really did work because he responded and he leveled up, which made the entertainment factor even better for you guys. And because he leveled up, I was like, well, then I'm a level up, right? And I had to pick an angle like and come with this another 48 hours, which was also a dig at him taking 48 hours to respond and me taking 24 hours. Because again, I wanted to say there's levels from time to quality to visuals to, subconscious, psychological, funny, So I leaned into my to my strengths and went crazy. My third round is insane. If I'm being absolutely honest. And it's kind of interesting that this battle brought this side, because I'm like people get on here and I'm just so straightforward. Sometimes people are like, you're hilarious. Oh, you're a good dude. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're introspective. I'm a lot of things. But behind closed doors, bro, I'm a clown. I clown. Like even how corny the another 48-hour thumbnail, I did that on purpose. Like it's supposed to be quirky and be like, yo, this dude's tripping. He's clowning. Like, you know what I mean? And I really wanted to be like deep punchline, schemes, aggressive, and humor, and this wordplay, and just very straightforward, like And I think I delivered. Me personally, I know I delivered, but to the public, it's always up to the public's opinion on how these things go. So anyways, I just wanted to bring you guys in a little bit on strategy and the war room and some of the mistakes made that could have made this battle look a little different, right? Again, as a battler, I knew what I was getting into. Like me saying the first rap put me at a disadvantage because being able to respond, in my opinion, is easier than starting, right? So because you're always kind of playing catch up when you have to start. So that flip by him dropping his second diss record so fast allowed me to respond and really do what I did. Again, I want to see what you guys say. I'm a humble person. Like I came in here to compete. Like when you saw what you saw is me as a competitor. You know what I'm saying? That was always first. And also, if we want to talk about advantages, right? There might be some advantages I had, and this isn't like a disparaging thing, but I'm older than these cats, man. I got like 10 years rapping. So like, honestly, I should be able to do like what I did, But I do also think that rap is a young man sport. And so for someone of my age, right? I'm 44, to jump in the ring and do what I did and get people talking. And the other thing, I was very deliberate. I used an old school underground boom bap hip hop style because I wanted you guys to see two styles clash, modern, old school. But I'm more of a modern old school because, like, let's just keep it real. When Melly Mel dissed Eminem, that was horrible. That was just laugh. Hey, but everywhere with that. I don't rap like that. And so I think this is a good demonstration of old school in the sense of matching up with modern and being like, damn, I was sleeping. And that's really my thing. I woke up some of the haters. I woke up some of the reactors. And people just know now that I'm not no slouch and I'm not a pushover. That's it. That's it. That's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I thought it'd be cool just to get on here. I'm going to keep putting out these comedy reactions, and I'm about to do a Thailand vlog for this channel and a bunch of other stuff. So keep tapping in. And yeah, man, this was a I ain't gonna lie, this was fun. It was fun. It's fun to compete, and be able to actually compete. This was not a one-sided battle at all for people saying, anybody saying 3-0, even if you say 3-0 me, I would just say this battle wasn't a landslide necessarily. It wasn't as one-sided as people think. For example, if you're listening to his, like, if you're looking for like almost like a songwriting type of style, there's places where he edged me. If you talk about aggressive, entertaining, comical, lyrical, there's places I edged it. And I think that's what actually made this whole, what is it? I don't want to say, I don't want to say that because then I got to say pause. Y'all know what I mean, man. The clash of the Titans, let's say. So the clash of the Titans, you know, I think this is, overall it's good for the culture. And I think that people enjoyed it. And I think that's what's most important, because a lot of people were like, yo, don't spend any more time on this, the negative energy. But I think overall it turned to something different. I don't think this was as negative as even I thought it might be from the jump. So with that being said, I'm riding off into the sunset. Hope y'all enjoy a little bit of the war room, and I'll catch you on the next one. The funniest shit, though, is me putting that it's featuring Michelle show. You know what I'm saying? That's just great. Like, that is some comic relief. You guys have to admit. That didn't make you chuckle, you're just a hater.
City boy, city boy.